All right, so I'm a little bit late to the party here, but Dragon Ball Z, the anime, just celebrated. I think what was it, 30th or 35th or something anniversary, 34th, something crazy like that. I'll put it in. I'll get it right in a second. But I wanted to go through Dragon Ball Z, and I want to tell you guys my top 5 moments because I mean I've said a bunch of times I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, like just massive Dragon Ball Z fan. So when I came down to it, I started thinking, I was like, man, what really impacted me as a kid, right? So I guess at the beginning, let's do what we always do. Tell me what your favorite moment was in Dragon Ball Z. Your number one. If you want to do your top 5, you can, but I'm just asking for just one, just one. So, uh, what I was thinking is like, what impacted me as a kid? Like, what was it that just really popped off? What I still think is really cool to this day. So let's start off. They're not really in any specific order. But it's just the order I'm gonna cover them in, okay? Some are higher than others, but I don't feel like I need to rank them 1 through 5. These are just 5 of my top moments from Dragon Ball Z. So starting off here, Trunks' appearance in Dragon Ball Z it really kicked things up in my opinion because Dragon Ball in general, I didn't watch regular Dragon Ball, but I watched Dragon Ball Z, and I felt like Z was really weird because it kicked out whatever they were doing with Dragon Ball, right? In general, I obviously didn't know this as a kid because I'd never seen it, but even what they were doing was different because it was like at first it's like, okay, alien came here, fought this alien, and now we're going into space. Like, okay, well, we're going into space. They said they've never been in space, and space wasn't even a thing, really. So here we are. We do that. We fight Frieza, and we come back. Goku turns Super Saiyan. We show back up, literally the first little arc or whatever that happens. You show back up, and Trunks just bodies Frieza. Just straight up at the gate. Just takes it to him, slices and dices, blows him away. I mean, golly, Pete, man. Like, when him going Super Saiyan, it's like, what? Like, what is going on? Like, who is this guy? What? He's a Super Saiyan too? What? And also, the way they made the hair back in the day, like, it was so golden, and, like, it was different. Nowadays, it's real jagged looking. Back then, it was, like, fluffy and wavy, and, like, it was, like, a pale gold. It wasn't even, like, blonde. It was, like, a platinum. Like, I love that aesthetic so much. I really don't like the way that they do the Super Saiyan hair now. I really don't. But God, I love that style back then, man. And Trunks showing up, it set a whole different tone for the whole series, really. Because it's like, oh, well, now we got like time travel, and we got murderous android robots, and we got a organic thing that's like absorbing people. It's like horror, like some kind of horror thing. You know what I mean? Because of horror. Sorry, horror. What am I doing? It's late. Damn, man. Just yeah. Cell showing up, like it just set a whole precedence, and of course Trunks being who Trunks is, being Vegeta's son. Like, man, that was it's just, I don't know. I think back of it, and I'm still like, man. Plus, like, it kind of looks dumb in like human sense, but dude, Trunks' outfit was the shit. It was the shit. And then like squaring off of Goku, like Goku shows up and he turns Super Saiyan also, and then he like starts spotting him with the sword, and Goku just puts the finger out like, hey, Goku's a bad man. It just re-solidified it, man. Like, I mean, I was so hype. I mean, Frieza's just gone. It's like, it set the precedence, like, hey, going forward, we're already just Omega past Frieza levels. You know what I mean? Like, already. It really set the tone for the whole Android and Cell saga. There's twists and turns, man. I didn't know where it was going. So that, as a kid, it really it's still in my memory. Reliving it now. Next up on deck, I got Super Saiyan 3 transformation. Out of the fucking blue, Goku's just like, I guess I have to go further. It's like, what? It's like, whatever, bro. Like, what? It's like, not hinting, nothing. Just no foreshadowing. Like, nah, man, I got this. I'm going next. Super Saiyan 3, baby. So, I mean, overall, it was not didn't have a lot to do with the story in a way. Didn't really progress or anything. It was just Goku buying time. But it's like, man, like that transformation, it was so different. It took so long. It was earth shaking. He started piecing Boo up like two piece and a biscuit. You know what I mean? Like he was taking it to his ass. And I mean, I don't know, man. Majin Buu Saga is my least favorite, but it's got a couple of my best moments on here for sure. So yeah, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the transformation, and then just whooping his ass. I mean, I thought it was pretty cool. I thought the whole transformation was really cool. Also, I'll say this: people always clown on the eyebrows when it clearly shows like the his great ape, the Ozaru form and stuff. Like right before it transforms, the Ozaru doesn't have any eyebrows, so it's like it's like, oh well, it's like this is even more primitive power. That's always that way I headcanon the no eyebrows thing. So plus if you ever see Super Saiyan 3 with eyebrows, it's just like it don't hit the same. I don't know. So, but also the peoples are different too. So, it is what it is, right? Super Saiyan 3 gets clowned on all the time, but I really like Super Saiyan 3. Another moment that came out of nowhere. In a way it did because what happened was in the tournament, the world tournament where Goku came back, Goku and Vegeta are supposed to fight. Goku and Vegeta were going to fight each other, and Vegeta was finally going to get his hands on Goku, and so Vegeta turning evil. I did not see that happening. Not again. Which, that's its own kit and caboodle. I'm not going to go into that. But, like, it was always looming that Goku and Vegeta had to settle shit. You know what I mean? Which I guess it still kind of do, in a way. Which, I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but, you know, theoretically, Vegeta's 2-0 against Goku. Technically, 2-0 against Goku. You know, kind of. So Vegeta, the whole speech he had. Another thing is, I watched all this like dubbed, obviously. As a kid with the Faulkner score, and I don't want to watch it any other way, man. I just don't. Like, I'll watch Super and stuff like that. I'll watch that with just here's the thing. The original Dragon Ball music, which no disrespect, rest in peace to the composer that just died today. But that stuff, it was old. You know what I mean? Like, by the time we saw it, like, the music is just as old as the anime. So it's 30-something years old. You know what I mean? Whereas the Faulkner score is, like, what? 16 years old? Well, it's getting close to 20 years old, too, isn't it? But it's still not, like, whatever, 30-something years old. You know what I mean? And it was, like, Americanized. So it's a little, you know, I could relate with it more. Vegeta's theme, Vegeta's speech is better in the original dub than the Kai dub. In the manga, man, if I was reading the manga, I'd been so pissed because I was in like a Books A Million and I just went to look at the section. It was literally like a few pages. Just Goku and Vegeta, it was just a few pages, and I mean like maybe 3, if that, 3 pages. And they're like some big panels, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, well, why was this even a thing, right? Because it's not a huge part of the story, but I feel like it really did a lot, in my opinion. Like, it's a huge moment. Like, it just sticks out, man. Like, just seeing them, just being able to put that filler in there and really whoop each other's ass. Like, I mean, it just go all out. I don't know, man. It really, really shines in my mind. And then Vegeta, my whole thing is this. I think Vegeta's atonement right after is another top moment, but I'm not putting it on the list just because it's like I'd rather have the Goku Vegeta fight. I kind of wish that Vegeta just kind of like, I wish he kind of got the win. I wish Vegeta was like, I didn't really mean to do this. You know what I mean? Him blowing up the people in the stands was too much. Like, made him know he meant business. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like, Vegeta knew that there was Dragon Balls, man. You know what I mean? He was like, it don't matter. I just got to goad Goku into doing this any way I can. Like, I got to get him in here. So, I kind of wish his final atonement, blowing up Majin Buu, would have been like, would have kind of ended it. Because, like, Vegeta had a point. Like, Babidi and Supreme Kai, like, they all they all underestimated how strong they were. So I kind of wish that was just the way it was. So we go from this moment with Majin Vegeta versus Super Saiyan 2 Goku to the OG Goku versus Vegeta, which set the tone for all of it. Because watching, as a kid, I watched the very first episode with my grandmother of Dragon Ball Z. And I think she watched the first few episodes with me. But then, like, seeing Raditz and Goku and Piccolo fight, it wasn't that crazy. I was just like, wow, this is very different. You know what I mean? Like, but stuff is happening. I was like, oh, wow, this is okay. So that started happening, and we went from that, and I kept watching because Goku literally died. Like, it's kind of crazy. Watched the whole thing where the other Saiyans showed up, and it was like, it took a little while, it felt like. I'm not sure how many episodes are actually in between Goku dying and the Saiyans showing up, but they kept me invested because it's like my grandma picked me up from school, and we lived pretty close. Back in the day, we lived pretty close to school, so it was like she'd get me home like I'd miss like whatever was on first, but I'd catch all of Dragon Ball every time, no matter what. Dragon Ball Z. And so when Goku and Vegeta finally fought, like Goku pieced up Nappa like it was nothing. When Vegeta finally, when these guys started popping off, it was insane. It just set the tone. I was in. You know what I mean? Like holy moly! And that the iconic Gallic Gun versus Kamehameha, which I mean, I can't. Every time they redo it, they just kind of like phone it in. You know what I mean? I wish it was like the acting on it is not as great as it was. I'm not sure. I can't speak for original sub version, but on the dub, man, they phone it in so hard now. Like, I mean, I just feel like they don't try as hard as they used to on it. But man, I mean, obviously they've done it so many times. It's probably annoying to them at this point, right? Like super annoying. But Goku's Kaioken, Kaioken, what you want to say, Kaioken. The Spirit Bomb. Vegeta turned into a Great Ape. Not Trunks. Krillin about to kill Yajirobe. I was thinking about Trunks with the sword. Yajirobe cutting the tail off, and then Krillin about to finish him off, and Goku telling him to let him go, and just all that stuff, man. It foreshadowing, and then like eventually we go what Vegeta became. It's one of my top moments for sure. Because that's really when I was in. I was like, okay, this is something else. So I was hooked after that. After the Vegeta and Goku fight, 100% hooked, 100% hooked. And then my last on this list is the final transformation. Or final, like we awaited it, was Gohan turning Super Saiyan 2. Plus the father son Kamehameha. I'm gonna cop out and put these two together. It's just like Gohan finally breaking through that limit that like the Goku I said he had. You know what I mean? Like everything all the times we saw Gohan just go ape shit. Like just we saw it against Raccoon. We saw it against Raditz. Saw it against Frieza. Like he's piecing up second transformation or stage 2, whatever you want to call it, Frieza. Vegeta was just like, what is going on? This kid's crazy. And then like finally getting to that point, and before it was called Super Saiyan 2, like we're sitting here saying, oh, there's a way to get even higher, you know what I mean? They didn't call it Super Saiyan 2. It was just like, oh, Gohan did it right. Like we saw Super Vegeta. Super Vegeta is one of my favorite moments too. That's like there's a nod to you. The old I'm about to get my ass whooped look from Vegeta. But yeah, that's Super Saiyan 2, and then the Kamehameha. Like, you know, I do like how like Gohan really, I guess it went along with everything. Like Gohan really toyed with his enemy, because I mean, if you see like Super Saiyan Goku toyed with Frieza a little bit. Super Vegeta toyed with Cell. Like it seemed like it was thematically, it was like, oh well, this is just a downside to like getting more and more power. You lose yourself, right? And you just get, I don't know, arrogant. But the Kamehameha at the end, that was a nice send off, I think. And if they had ended there, I think it'd been alright. I do think it'd been alright if they ended it at the Cell Saga, to be honest with you. My personal opinions. because Gohan finally got there. Gohan stronger than Goku. Gohan stronger than Vegeta. Gohan can protect the Earth if anything else happened. You know what I mean? He could just carried it on from there. Like Gohan fighting Broly in the movie by himself. What a fucking beast. That Gohan was a goat. You know what I mean? Like Gohan versus Bojack. Like that was. They should have just kept that shit going. Cause man, I was all about it. Gohan was the shit, man. But also, here's something you might not have known. In the manga, when Gohan is fighting Cell, Vegeta doesn't actually do much against Cell, right? Whereas in the anime, they show Vegeta hitting him with a big bang attack, and all of a sudden, like, Cell kind of like doubles over a little, right? He's like, Vegeta! Like that. And then Gohan goes all in. Kind of like it that way. I mean, it does take away from Gohan a little bit, but it's like, you know, Vegeta got a little bit in at the end, you know what I mean? Because he did kill his son, right? Cell did kill Trunks at the end there, and Vegeta getting that one little thing in just a little bit, and they played the fucking piano music, and then Gohan just let it rip, man. That was some good shit. So yeah, that's my top 5 moments. Just me rambling a little bit, you know what I mean? So like I said, if you guys enjoy this, please like, subscribe. It means a lot to me. If you share with someone else who thinks would like this kind of stuff, someone just talking their opinion and whatnot. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time.